What's up, YouTube world? It's your boy J Dub, the number one comment on YouTube, and I'm back with another review. Today, I will be reviewing Married at First Sight. This is season 14, episode 16. Before I get started, for those who are new to my channel, I do recaps of reality shows. I may not hit every single scene, but I do pick out the most important details, and I may pick up some details that you may have not picked up. And as I said before, I am YouTube's number one commenter. On this channel, it's all about the comments. I don't ask for the likes. I don't ask for the subscriptions. But I need those comments down in the chat because that's what I do it for. I could be on anybody else's channel just making comments and getting it in and all that. But I'm here for your comments because, like, truth be told, some people think I'm funny. You ain't seen nothing until you get down in those comments. We get to laughing, we get to debating, going back and forth, and, just having a good time. And the motto of this channel is say what you say. If you want to talk about, Steve getting the new manufactured ring for Noy, or you want to talk about Noy again with her tight-lipped answers when she kind of gets nervous or whatever, she don't want to speak, or that nervous laugh, do that. But all I ask is we keep it respectful to each other. Why? Because we do have a community over here. This is the people's channel. This is the Dub fam. So respect each other, but say what you say about whatever else. All right, well, let's go ahead and get into the review. This is the second segment of Married at First Sight. I'm doing Noy and Steve. And for those who do know, I do couple by couple for Married at First Sight to kind of get a more thorough outtake on it. So we start off with Noy. Noy, she's meeting her friend Supri. I like that name, Supri. And Noy pretty much goes over the marriage she's having with Steve. And overall, she describes it just like, I guess, like Mark and Lindsay. It's a roller coaster. And Supri brings up that it was kind of weird for her that Steve brought out the her like splitting task or whatever. I guess because Steve's not working and Noy is working full time, as well as Noy is pretty much saying that, like, I do stuff, I just didn't say anything. Yeah, I don't know if that was the editing or Noy was too shy to say something or to speak up about she does do chores with Steve or whatever. But also the situation where, of course, what everybody's talking about, Steve's, job situation or lack thereof. And Noy doesn't understand how, like, she's out here grinding or she can multitask and not that she makes a ton of money, but she can do more things than one. Steve has to focus on one thing at a time, and he has to sit and dream about their future, or he has to decide what he wants to do. Like, the part that kind of aggravates Noy, as well as myself, Steve has the ability and the skills to jump into the career world and get a job and bring a steady income in, but he refuses to. That's the part that's tripped out. Because, people can get in between jobs, or they might not have some skills, or can lock in a career. And apparently we know that he does not have enough money to just stop working completely and never work again. So why not keep bringing in some more money? Because you're going to need to use it. Because, Steve theory, it may be some of y'all theory, because y'all can get with Steve. Because, hey, when I need money, I'll make it. You need money every second of your life. Even if you don't, if the purpose isn't right in front of your face, you need it. It's coming. The bill is coming. The expense is coming. It costs money just to get up in the morning, to heat your house, to get in your car, to do anything. I don't have to go down. Y'all know it. We all paying these expenses. But okay. I just, I'm more triggered by the Steve fans and the double standards. It's so ridiculous to me. But I'm trying to manage my emotions about it. But you see, I got my hat on today. I'd get that for Steve, because Steve did that on the end. He cocked his hat back like he going back to the 2000s or whatever. Like, but I get into that. But that's what I did it for. He inspired me to do that. So we see Carman Steve. Carman Steve is meeting his friend Pariah or Paria or something, whatever her name is, the girl, the lady. She came over to the shared apartment to, I guess, film a commercial for JamesAllen.com jewelers, because that's what it came off us. Because Steve was showing his friend that he wanted to design a ring for Noy, but he didn't look like he needed any help. He knew exactly what he wanted. He was just saying, speaking about the website or whatever. And that's why I call it a commercial. It was very artificial. It didn't come off as a natural moment. He needed so much help to find this perfect ring for Noy, but he knew everything about it. He already had the website open. He was already making it and all of that. But let's not go too far, because I know the Steve fans are so gone out here that I don't even want to insult my seasoned and knowledgeable members of the Dub fam. But it's just some people who don't know. They were probably amazed by what they were seeing up on that screen. Like, damn, Steve is doing it. Steve putting that ice and them diamonds together all on that thing. He ain't got no trouble about getting no money. For those who don't know, I know it's some of y'all who do know, because you learn through experience and you pick up on details. What Steve was making on JamesAllen.com jewelers, he was making a engineered diamond or wedding ring. And for those who don't know, those are not natural diamonds. They create a diamond look. It's not a diamond. It doesn't have the value of a diamond. Why? Because it's not a diamond. It's like 50 to 60% less. So yeah, you'll get the bling. It ain't nothing but like an upgraded version of cubic zirconia. And guess what? And hear me out on this. That's fine and all when you know that. But when you think you can go out a dime, you can't go into the jewelry store and say, can you appraise this? Because it ain't going to be worth what you think. It's a piece of glass, pretty much. It's a pretty piece of glass. And looking at that. So that ain't nothing. I mean, like, that ain't nothing to be impressed about. Oh, yeah, Steve got that money. You see them diamonds? Them diamonds wasn't nothing. It was like a piece of broken up glass table. Very nice design. Definitely believe into the traditional cut of the diamond. If you were really buying a real diamond, that would have been a great pick. However, that wasn't nothing. That wasn't nothing to be impressed about, because I know the Steve fans who push this double standard. Because again, I'm no Michael fan, but let Michael be sitting here jobless and don't want to work and has the ability to do so. Y'all be giving Michael hell from Black History Month up until now. But with Steve, y'all do the opposite. I want to stop talking about it, because like anybody else, Noy or anybody else who condones this, who goes along with it, y'all deserve everything y'all get from it. Because he ain't giving nothing. He ain't giving nothing. Oh, he's wonderful. He communicates so well, except when it comes to those finances. It's a little hush-hush. It's a lot hush-hush. It's confusion that comes up. But let me not go on a Steve rant, because clearly I'm not over it. I'm bothered by it, but it's like I'm living on another planet, and I'm trying to get off. If I could get off this planet, I would. It's too strange here. Take me back to the old days, where things made more sense and people use more logic. But okay, let me keep going on about Con Steve. Okay, he's buying the manufactured, engineered, lab created diamond, and Steve wants to do this because I don't even know. I'm going to say he wants to do this because what? He wants to reward Noy for her bad behavior, for her sneak dissing him on social media when he's asked directly to please stop. You're embarrassing me. You're hurting me. He wants to get the diamondique on the side for when she left 24 hours with sushi and didn't call, didn't text, or every time she holds all her thoughts and feelings in and, maybe lets some things out or laughs in his face or cusses him out or whatever. I don't know. But Steve thinks Noy deserves this. So I think it's more so of him trying to show her he's serious about being married. And again, I don't drop the name. Con Steve is what it is. He's trying to buy Noy. He's trying to buy Noy. He's trying to buy into that life that everything is gonna be great, but he ain't showed her nothing. He ain't told her nothing. You getting in business together of marriage, you need to know something, and you need to see something. You need to see that thing flowing and going. And why it's such a bad situation? Because these are strangers. They haven't had the history together to demonstrate or watch how he moves. But Noy sees nothing, and neither do y'all either. But y'all just make it all up in y'all head about what Steve doing. But okay, I can't do it. I gotta say something. I gotta say what I say. So we see the group. The couples they meeting up to play football, and this is their last meeting as a group because decision day is what in a couple of days, and everybody's having a good time, and Olajuwon is heading the team, so he pulls Steve as his number one draft pick. Wow, Steve is very competitive. Steve is very athletic, and after the game, Steve gets into his role as the moderator of the group, and he just wants to find like, hey guys, since everything, Mark is okay, he's not hurt. How's things going in your marriage? I was just wondering, the big day is coming up, right? So pretty much they Noy spoke out first. Noy was saying that it's really a big decision, but they still need to see exactly what they're going to do. They don't know. And, Steve, I guess he made the situation lighthearted. He just said, like, Steve wanted to know one more thing about Noy. He wanted to see her football skills. And, that was a little joke, but who knows what's going to happen. I have no idea. Maybe the engineer Diamond will win Noy over in the end. So we see Steve and Noy. They're having dinner. They're having a little dress up, little fancy dinner. The food looked pretty good. And, I haven't said this, I haven't addressed this. I've seen this before, but I have to say it. Like, more and more, Noy's skin texture is getting worse. It's getting worse. They had a steakhouse, but it looked like pizza on her face. And that, I'm thinking, like, I don't know if that's the camera makeup or what. I'm just concerned. It almost also looks like bloated. I don't know what's happening with Noy, but I can't go past that. I gotta say something. Sorry, but not sorry. But let's move on. Let's move on to dinner. Noy pretty much goes into the situation where, like, she's trying to feel Steve out to find out how he's feeling about them living separately, because pretty much that's been agreed once Dr. Pepper said, hey, guess what? I'm married 16 years. I live alone too. So it's pretty much done and decided, but you can tell Steve really isn't on board with it because he's just saying he doesn't know what's going to happen because they've never done it before, but he doesn't believe that you can raise children in separate households, in which I agree with them. I would like to see Steve really take a stance on that, whether Noy is upset or bothered by it or whatever. Just like when you believe in something, when something is a deal breaker to you, you have to make your partner know that this is that important to me. You just can't do this and it's going to be okay. And but I understand Noy's reservations. Noy wants to keep her place as a backup plan. I don't buy that, like, she's so stuck to keep her independence. She feels she's using her intuition. Calm man Steve is trying to do something. He's covering up. He's trying to get over her on something. So Noy is pretty much saying, well, that's kind of settled, but also there is kind of a situation like with, with your job. She tried to, like, get it out and say it with a nervous laugh, but yeah, Noy is worried. She's concerned about building a life with a guy whose career and income is iffy. And she lets him know that, like, we really haven't discussed this. I don't even know what you do or what it takes to be what he said. He's a sales engineer or something. And, Steve gets on his high horse. You can tell when he gets into that con man role. It was like, well, do you even know? Do you know what it takes to be a sales engineer? After talking to my family and them telling you what I did do, and I was, in a career for 4 years, that's something. Steve, that ain't nothing. 4 years ain't nothing. It's a start. That's all. You just getting into your career 4 years in and you don't do it anymore. probably been 4 years removed from it, but it's ridiculous. Like I said, it's coming off con man. So now we talking about the lack of his transparency of his career and him bringing in income. Now we get into, oh, well, Steve's got a problem. You're doubting me. You're doubting me as a person. You're downing me. You know, he got all y'all food the same way who believe in that. Well, Steve is cooking. Steve is communicating. Steve is, man, y'all gonna make me cuss. I know I don't cuss. I do cuss, but I don't cuss for YouTube because I don't like to play with the, the ads and all that kind of stuff. I like, I tell you I do it for y'all, but I have to have some type of conversation, so I don't play with that. Some people cuss in their videos. I want to cuss right now. I want to say what I say, but I don't want to get that upset about Conman Steve because I see him coming a mile away. I see him. He running some type of game on Noy. We don't know just yet, but it gets confusing with me with Noy. Like, yeah, she wants Steve to provide, as she said, as contribute to their household, but in turn, she wants to be a stay-at-home mom. And when you have a stay-at-home mom and you keep having children back to back to back, you're pretty much staying home. So Steve's going to have to be the sole provider. Does Steve know that? He doesn't, because even at the game night at the cabin in Vermont, Steve Noy won 3 kids. That's a different kind of money. I ain't got that kind of money. I only got engineered diamond money, not real diamond money. So yeah, they really don't have it together. They don't have things understood. They're on 2 different pages. And again, I'm with Noy. She needs to see the action, not only just talking about it, because he still hasn't explained what he does. And, Steve you're doubting me as a person. People yeah, Noy is immature. She's doubting him as a person. She shouldn't do that. She shouldn't doubt a stranger. Noy is saying, I need to see some action. I can't go off of your mama telling me that you had a rap career in 2002 or you used to be a sales engineer 4 years ago. What is that doing now? That ain't doing nothing. I need to know what's going on, and I need to see it executed. That's business. Marriage, you do have a business side of marriage. Things you need to see, you need to understand them and see them working. Not somebody talking yeah, I just need to sit up in the room and dream. And I'm going to dream us a future that's beyond your imagination. No, Noy don't want to need it. See that. She can't have 3 kids on that. But okay, they just on 2 different pages. And like I said, I'm with Noy. We need to see the income. We need to see the plan. We need to see those things so we won't doubt your confidence, Conman Steve. So Noy and Steve, they in the shared apartment for the last night. And Steve looks worried. His face is flushed, red flushed, like he'd been crying in the bathroom or something. And Steve playfully tells Noy he would miss sushi over missing her or whatever. Just joking around, just trying to keep it light. Yeah, Steve is a likable guy, but I don't approve of people trying to get over or people hiding pertinent information that should be required to have a successful relationship. But okay, some people are different. Some people like to lie to me. That makes me feel better. That makes me know you care about me. You're telling me something that's going to make me feel good for a temporary time. So what I did like about the conversation, again, because Steve was real lighthearted. Like I say, he was worried, and he had pretty much asked Noy, hey, is there something that, in this marriage you would have done differently? And of course, Noy is short on communication. I don't know how Steve deals with that. It's I thought Noy was 8 years younger than she really is, because that's how she acts. She won't answer Steve's question. She brings the question right back to him. And Steve just said, no, I'm asking you. I need to hear from you. But Steve answers the question. He was well, what I probably should have did different. I probably should have got a job. It was funny, though. He probably should have. He's joking, but he ain't joking. And he said he should have probably ate those damn noodles that was overcooked or whatever. So she wouldn't have walked out on him, because he's looking at all the points where they were having serious issues or what have you. But it wasn't Steve's fault. Noy didn't have to handle those things like that or what have you. But I get it. she should be bothered by he doesn't have a job or a plan or able to show her what he got going on. She should be worried and joining your life. And, you know, I'm with her. But like I said, I like Steve. And it was funny. And to me, they just need to say no. But I have an inkling that once she see that ring, she gonna be all in. Because again, I don't know, but I really believe it's a bonus at the end if they say yes. So she could get the ring and she can get the bonus. You know, when she go pawn it or try to trade it in, she ain't gonna get no money for it, and it's not a diamond. So I would say Noy just pretty much saying she's not really giving much off because that's not what she does. She doesn't communicate well. She just, she's going to see how things go and see what they're going to do in their marriage. She even asked Steve, like, well, what do you think? What do you think I should have done instead of? Because Steve actually asked her, so she asked him again, what could I have done or have changed? And Steve was pretty much saying, like, in short, he has to give of himself of things that she's not willing to give. Like, he can't talk to her or ask her of things without her getting an attitude. And that's lopsided. That's unfair. That's not a balanced relationship. And yeah, that is super problematic. But Noy, in your face, she'll agree with you, but in her confessional, she'll cuss you out and talk about, this is a deal breaker and all that stuff. She'll never say that in your face. And when they were saying goodbye, it was really an awkward situation. You could tell Steve was sad. He didn't really want to let Noy go. And he sat there and told her, looked at deep in the eyes like, Noy, I love you. And Noy was like, I love you too. It wasn't very convincing. It was all in the body language. It was all in the delay. Noy, she ain't in the same place as Steve. So she got on back down to her studio with Sushi, and I know she's glad to leave that shared apartment, get her own space, get online undisturbed. She probably blocked Steve out at this point, or unfriend him or whatever the case may be, because she got to get on IG and do her thing. But that was pretty much it. On the next episode is not going to be the decision day. It's going to be, I guess, bringing back old cast members, which I don't want to see, which I'm not going to review. Then I guess the following week we'll get to decision day. So again, drop down in the comments. Let me know what you thought, something I missed, something you want to say. And as I said, I appreciate all y'all patience. I'm doing this real estate thing. It causes delays, but I'm going to keep working hard to get y'all what y'all need. And as I tell y'all could be anywhere in this YouTube world, but you're here with me. I really appreciate it, and I really mean it.